Interstate governments will offer contact tracing support for New South Wales as it struggles to keep pace with the outbreak. Western Australia and South Australia have agreed to send resources in an effort to help. Victoria knocked back an open request as it works to trace its own outbreak. Authorities say the request highlights how serious the situation is. Some of the state's toughest restrictions have been introduced to curb the number of infectious cases active in the community.
Sydney gearing up for a fourth week in lockdown, but numbers are still rising. Gladys Berejiklian maintaining it hasn't been a waste of time.
What we've done is prevent thousands and thousands of cases that would have undoubtedly emerged in the last 3 weeks. And of course, we're always hopeful that not only would we prevent the spread, stop those thousands of cases, but also quash the virus in that time. We haven't succeeded in that. And that is why, on the basis of health advice and on the data presented to us, we're taking the extra steps.
Despite saying 2 days ago the lockdown settings were right, new data indicates they were wrong.
There's a lag of health says up to a week, between 5 and 7 days when we don't have the data. So the data that we're seeing and presenting to you today is really what occurred 5 to 7 days ago. That's why what we need to take is precautionary action.
From midnight tonight, all non-critical retail will be closed, or they'll have to move to click and collect, delivery or takeaway. Places that can remain open include supermarkets and grocery stores, stores that predominantly sell health, medical, maternity and infant supplies, pharmacies and chemists, petrol stations, car hire, banks and financial institutions, hardware, nurseries and building supplies, agricultural and rural supplies, pet supplies, post offices, newsagents and office supplies. Everyone must carry a mask with them at all times and wear it even if they can't maintain social distance, even if they're outdoors. All carpooling is banned and anyone who lives in Fairfield, Liverpool or Canterbury Bankstown LGAs is not allowed to leave their region unless they work in emergency services or healthcare. In an unprecedented measure, the state government has also stopped construction.
Large or small. Non-urgent repairs, any form of building, renovation, construction, maintenance, including cleaners into the home or workers into the home, will not be allowed for all of Greater Sydney until July 30. We know this is a big decision. We know the impact this will have on businesses small and large, but we really need to reduce mobility.
Employers must allow employees to work from home if they can or face a $10,000 fine.
So what we're trying to do is reduce people's opportunities for interacting with others, because once you get a workplace transmission, it's like a melting pot. You know, masks provide some protection, but no barrier is absolute.
The Bondi outbreak has grown to 1,137 and claimed a third life, a man in his 80s from southeast Sydney. There are 75 cases admitted to hospital, 18 people in intensive care and 6 on ventilators. A small piece of good news. For a second day in a row, New South Wales has broken its record, carrying out 82,000 tests in 24 hours. Charlotte Mortlock, Sky News Sydney.